Well guys, it's not looking good. Over the weekend, crypto has slipped to even lower levels and has sent ripples, or actually more like tsunamis, throughout the entire industry. Today, I want to share with you some news that has severely impacted many of the large companies in the crypto space. I was originally planning on posting a full guide for earning passive income in crypto, but we're going to push that to next week because we got a lot to cover, so let's just get right into it. As you're probably aware from all the scary headlines, we've been in a market decline pretty much since 2022 began. This is what's known as a bear market, and we also have a potential recession looming over the horizon. Crypto, stocks, equities, basically everything aside from real estate, which I think is next, have taken a massive hit. So why is this even happening? Well, in a very simple nutshell, the pandemic hit, governments started printing money to keep the party going for the global economy. Then they realized they gave us too much party supplies and are trying to take it back. But too late, the global economy already drank it all and is leaning against the wall trying to stand upright. So governments are forcing the economy to take a cold shower and sober up. And of course, no one likes being forced to take a cold shower. This is mostly accomplished with interest rate increases, which makes money harder to borrow. So now the economy and subsequently the markets are drenched, cold, and pissed off. So that's what's going on globally. Let's take a look at crypto specifically. So first off was Luna collapsing. This topic has been talked about a lot here on YouTube, and Coin Bureau released a phenomenal recap of all of those events, so I'll link it down below. This seemed to accelerate the crypto market decline, or at the very least, it definitely did not help with the bear market situation. So next, Coinbase rescinded hundreds of offers. And we just found out today that they are laying off 18% of their headcount. Coinbase is often looked to as a leader in the crypto space. So if they are rescinding offers, freezing positions for hire, and then laying people off, that is not a good signal. Now, they've actually had a tough year for sure. The stock price IPO'd over a year ago around $300 and shot up to around $500 and has since been on a steady decline. It is now sitting around $50, which is like a 90% decrease. People talk about losing all their money in crypto, but over the last year, it's been pretty easy to do that in the stock market too. So as we just talked about Coinbase, then you got Facebook, Meta, Netflix, PayPal, all down significantly from their highs. Moving on to another large player in the centralized crypto industry, BlockFi. Oh boy, we got more bad news about BlockFi. They just keep printing that out, man. So if you don't know, BlockFi is a centralized crypto lending platform where you can deposit your crypto onto their wallets, which they control, and then they take that crypto and then lend it out to other people to generate interest and revenue, which they then give you a cut of. So this is a similar process to what banks do with cash in your bank account. Usually in crypto, since it is more risky and the companies themselves are more risky, they give you a larger cut of that interest. So BlockFi CEO Zach Prince announced Monday they are cutting headcount by 20%. I'm not surprised by this, as I've stated many times in my other videos. Basically, it comes down to lots of operational inefficiencies and slip-ups, like the $100 million worth of Bitcoin they gave away by mistake that their annoying security measures somehow didn't catch. That's just one of many incidents. On top of that, continuously slashing rates below many of their competitors, it's been over a year of showing poor execution of an unsustainable business model. Now, thankfully, this doesn't impact us, the users, directly yet, but it's yet another bad omen for BlockFi. Usually in times like this, they're laying people off, and that means that they're running out of capital more or less, and so that capital is eventually going to come out of our pockets. They're gonna pass the cost directly on to us. Not guaranteed, but that's just usually how it goes. So the rescinded offers from Coinbase and layoffs from BlockFi and many other companies are signals that the purse strings are starting to get tight. And again, that cost may get passed on to us as users. And that's assuming if the company even makes it through the bear market at all. Next up on the chopping block is Celsius, another crypto interest account. On the most recent market downturn over the weekend, Celsius announced they are halting withdrawals, and I also received communication from their marketing team that they're terminating the referral program. So closing the platform to withdrawals as well as the removal of the referral program tells me two things: that they ran out of capital, assets, and funds and are at risk to becoming insolvent. This is a little surprising, not that this happened in general, but that it happened so quickly, like in a matter of hours. But they have suffered pretty big hits from the Luna collapse, the staked ETH depeg, and a couple of other DeFi hacks. They'll likely be forced to sell their assets at these low prices to restore liquidity, unless they find a way to claw back some of their loaned out crypto, which is unlikely given it's a contract with set terms and repayment schedules. It's like if a bank was like, hey, you need to pay off your mortgage tomorrow. They can't just expect people to be able to do that out of the blue, and it's also not legal within the binds of the contract. So one good thing is Nexo offered to buy out the assets and liabilities from Celsius. This is great to see the crypto community pull together, even among two competitors. Of course, there's probably also a business play here, either consolidation by absorbing its competitors, and or for good press to make Nexo look good. But either way, it's a positive thing overall, especially if Celsius can avoid losing people's funds in the worst case scenario. Finally, we also received notice that Gemini is doing away with their free withdrawals, which was a major reason to use the platform. It was the main reason that I did, and also a main reason why I recommended it on this channel. This one seems to have flown under the radar, probably because of all the other craziness going on. So if you're thinking of transferring out of the Gemini platform, now is the time to do it, since the change will be effective tomorrow, June 15th. And so after that, they're going to be using a flat fee as well as a dynamic fee based on network costs. And since they're an Ethereum-based platform, those are going to be expensive. So after June 15th, I'm going to personally be using a combination of FTX Pro, Binance, Coinbase, and Crypto.com for my on-ramps, and KuCoin for anything else not supported on those. If you've been around in the crypto space, you've probably heard not your keys, not your crypto. We could be in for some rocky times, and a lot of companies may not make it. So I highly recommend getting a Ledger hardware wallet where you can actually transfer all of your crypto to from these exchanges and keep it safe in your possession. Unless you have the actual device itself, no one can hold your crypto, no one can halt withdrawals. You have full, complete access to your funds at all times. So I personally did this with all of my funds that were in Gemini. I moved them all to my Ledger hardware wallet. And so this is what it looks like. Kind of looks like a little thumb drive. It's not a thumb drive though. But it's about that size, and basically you just plug it into your computer and you use these buttons up here to confirm transactions and addresses and stuff like that. So if you're interested in getting one, I'll link them down below. So here's my overall sentiment on the market based on what lies ahead. I think we will continue to see the market bleed out over the coming weeks and months as we see governments tighten up, trying to rein in inflation, which will negatively impact crypto and stock prices, and probably eventually real estate. I've been saying this for a while over on my Patreon, along with my exact buys and sells the moment I make them. So if you're interested in that and you want to check it out, the link will be down below. So what should you do about all of this? The best thing that you can do is position yourself to ride out the bear market. Make sure you have enough cash you need to survive, even if that means selling crypto. Take care of yourself and your family. That is the most important thing. I'm personally okay with my crypto losing all of its value. It would definitely sting, but I'll survive without it. If you're not okay with that happening and you're sweating this bear market, then you might want to consider decreasing your position. There's no shame in that. And whatever you decide to keep, you should store it somewhere safe. Some platforms will disappear, but some will make it through, like I said before. And you can also utilize hardware wallets like the Ledger to keep your funds safe under your complete control. Crypto has made it through plenty of bear markets before, and while this one may be particularly tough, I have no doubt that it's here to stay and will continue to grow and evolve into a truly revolutionary technology. So that's it. A lot has happened in the last few days, so hopefully this helped you get up to speed. Let us know if you hear of anything else happening down below. I'm sure there will be more soon, unfortunately. If this video helped you, I'd appreciate you sharing this with someone who this would also help, and might as well like and subscribe while you're down there too. Don't forget to follow me on Twitter and join the Patreon for all updates. Stay strong and stay safe out there, and have an awesome rest of your day. I'll catch you in the next one. Take it easy.